Hello everyone, I hope you guys are all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming at you with our weekly installment of Minks Monday Q&A, so let's get started. Starting with the very first question from Justin Coet. How do you feel about the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis? I am a huge fan of the Louis Vuitton Pochette Métis. I absolutely love it for one major reason, because it doesn't look like any other bag that Louis Vuitton makes, in my opinion. It looks kind of like a little baby, like a little mini briefcase. And if I was to purchase that bag, I would not carry it with the shoulder strap. I'd actually just carry it by itself, by the little handle. And I love the details of it, especially I like the fact that it has different compartments. So if you have to have a little bit more organization for your SLGs, it allows you to do that. So huge fan of the Pochette Métis. Tiffany Ann, what is your take on the Celine and Givenchy bags, specifically the Phantom and Antigona? I don't like Celine bags. I'm not a huge fan of the Phantom, as I said before, but if I was to get a Celine bag, it would be the Celine Trapeze. And as far as the Givenchy Antigona, I absolutely love that bag. I really like the sleek design that it has and the fact that it's extremely structured. I'm a huge fan of it. So I'm actually looking at that bag right now. I don't think I'll get it, but I really like it. All right, and moving right along. Gwen Entrance, if you had to buy your Chanel collection all over again, would you do anything different? No. I'm actually very happy in the order in which I was able to purchase the items that I got. However, huge however, I wish I would have bought them a little sooner. So I would have been able to avoid it. So I could avoid some pretty major price increases for sure. Asma Yosef, where do you buy your air paper from? I actually don't buy any of my air paper. I guess you could say I recycle it from packages that I get here to the house. And, yeah, so pretty much like my family, like my mom or my dad or my brother, they know that I need a little bit of a stockpile so I can put them in these bags back here. And also I've been able to get some air paper from work from some of the packages that we get. So I'm very fortunate to not have to purchase any of it. However, if you are looking to buy air paper, I know you can get some at the UPS store, at Postal Annex, and I think you can also get some at Staples, unless you want to be like me and just recycle from whatever you get sent to the house. All right. Hopefully you guys can't hear that noise because my neighbors are outside and I have no idea what they're doing, but hopefully you guys can't hear it. Beautiful Kiss, 21100. Which is more functional in your opinion, the Louis Vuitton 6 key holder or the key pouch? Hands down, for me, it is the 6 key holder. I think I mentioned it in one of my other videos. If I was to have one last item from Louis Vuitton, what would it be? It would be the 6 key holder. And to be honest, when I first looked at it, I didn't think that I would use it. You know, I didn't really put much thought into it. However, I'm so glad that I did because I use it every single day. And it's kind of, in a sense, a little bit of a versatile piece. You can use it like a little mini wallet. If you need to run errands, you could put some cash, some credit, or your credit cards back there, and you already have your car keys, and you're just out the door, and you know you're out running your errands. But I also really like it because before I would just throw my keys in my bag, not really thinking about it. But as we're moving around and our items are in the bag, they're kind of hitting against each other. So the car keys, especially because or keys in general, because they're pretty sharp, they're piercing, you know, your wallet, your makeup bag, anything that you have in there, plus scratching up the interior. So the fact that I'm able to use my car keys with the 6 key holder, it's very small. It doesn't take up too much space. I absolutely like that because I don't have to worry about anything getting scratched, my lining or my other items in my bag. So major, like that'd be the one thing I would keep. It's like, I feel so passionate about it. It would be one of those things that you'd have to pry out of my cold, lifeless fingers. Like that. That's how much I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness, the things that go through my head. All right. Lily Doll, do you like Prada bags and why for either yes or no? I had Prada bags, got rid of them because I wasn't a big fan of them. And, okay, you guys are totally going to laugh, but I don't like Prada bags, even though I want one bag. That's the Saffiano, the Luxe tote. I absolutely love the way that it looks outside. However, I don't like the lining. The lining drives me crazy because to me, it looks like a replica bag. I would expect a lot more from Prada, and I feel it's seriously, it's super crazy. But I feel that the inside is just as important as the outside, in my opinion. So when I see that Louis Vuitton has a microfiber lining, I absolutely love that. It might make the bag a little bit heavier, but I can tell that they really care about every aspect of the bag. So Prada bags, because of the lining, don't like them. I know, that's crazy. Lining. Who knew? All right. And Lindsay Braxton, which Chanel handbag would you suggest to a person buying their first Chanel handbag? That's a toughie. I'd probably have to say the Chanel Walk. Because you can really get a feel for the brand, the leather, and I really like the fact that it's a very versatile piece. You can use it daily for running errands. You can use it for dinner. You can use it for, I mean, there's so many ways that you can use that bag. But also, before you invest a lot of money into a bag, especially if you don't know if you like the quality of the brand, because just because it's Chanel, I know a lot of people out there, they're just like, oh, you know, I thought it'd be great because it's Chanel, but it actually wasn't suitable for their lifestyle. So I would have to say the Walk because it's a little bit less expensive than actually having to go and really spend some serious cash on a bag or a brand that you might or might not like. So Chanel Walk. Plus, they're super cute. I absolutely love them. All right. And plus, it made my top 5 most used bags for that reason. All right. So, Zishan Durrani. What do you think of the Givenchy Antigona bag? As I said before, I really like the bag. It's very sleek design, and the structure is incredible on it. Dina Rogers, would you ever come to Cornwall in the UK? Absolutely, I would go there. It looks like a little slice of paradise. The beach is absolutely breathtaking, and the water, my goodness, all I can tell from the pictures that I've seen, oh my goodness, I would love to be able to visit there, for sure. For sure. All right, and Rish, would love to see you doing a vlog. Any plans? Yes, I'm actually in the process of trying to find a camera that will allow me to vlog on the go, where I don't have to make sure that I'm hooked up to Wi-Fi, and I can just upload directly onto YouTube. So I'm looking at a few different cameras, and I want to make sure that I get a good quality camera that's not too grainy, and you guys can really see details. I would love to be able to vlog, especially when I'm in the car, because when I'm by myself, I love to sing my lungs out. I'm that crazy person that you think is either like, or is having a horrible conversation with someone, or you think that I'm yelling, I don't know, or you see me just totally belting out some tunes, whether my windows are up or down, I will do it when I'm by myself. Because when I'm with someone else, I maintain a very composed presence. So I would love to be able to vlog in the car and be able to talk to you guys when I'm driving, because a lot of different ideas come to my mind when I'm driving. And also when I'm not with anyone shopping, if I'm by myself, I would love to see you guys see what I do when I'm shopping and the crazy things that I think of. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. So major plans in the works for sure for me to be able to vlog. Now it sounds like for sure is like the theme or the phrase of this video, right? I think I've said it quite a bit. All right. Flossie 1298. Does LV still make the backpack? If you're asking about the Moyen Montserrat that I have, they do not. It is actually a discontinued piece. However, they do have the Michael, the Christopher, the Runner, and the Bosphor. And those are great backpacks. Especially my absolute favorite is the Bosphor because, man, that backpack, I absolutely love it. I love the fact that it has a ton of compartments and it's super comfy. And check it out if you haven't already. Great, great bag. All right. Bianca D. What would you recommend for a first-time purchaser of luxury goods? I would have to say a SLG or a small leather good for the same reason that I gave about the walk. It gives you the chance to actually try out the brand without having to spend a lot of money on it. And you can really get a feel for the canvas, the leather, the hardware, and the functionality of the piece. So definitely a SLG. I would probably have to say a clay or I was going to say a wallet, but probably a mini pochette. If I'd have to say, those would be the starter pieces for sure. See, there I go again, for sure. My goodness. If you had to start all over again, what would be the first bag / wallet you'd go for? The first bag, I would have to say, hands down, would be a Speedy 30 in the monogram print. I'm actually in the process of trying to find that bag, but I really want one made in France. And I wish I would have gotten the size 30. And the wallet, hands down, would be the Josephine. I like the fact that it suits my lifestyle because I don't carry a lot of credit cards. I don't carry a lot of cash, and it's perfect for me and what I carry on the daily. But the Josephine and the Speedy 30, hands down. All right, and Ms. Leah B12, what book are you reading now, or the last book that you read? The last book that I read was actually Dean Koontz's 77 Shadow Street, and I was extremely disappointed because I'm a huge fan of Dean Koontz, and I just could not get into that book whatsoever. And the book that I'm actually reading now is actually a recommendation from one of my coworkers, and that is called The Power of Now. So we'll see how that goes. And all right, LV Lover CC, what's your favorite books for all time? That is a great question. My favorite books of all time, I really like epic poetry such as the Iliad and the Odyssey, as well as classic literature such as Wuthering Heights, The Great Expectations of Mice and Men, The Scarlet Letter, The Portrait of Dorian Gray, Jane Austen, just to name a few. And I'd have to also say that psychological thrillers, as I said before, Dean Koontz is my all-time favorite author. And I love the fact that he has such an incredible imagination that I'm actually able to get lost in his books. I know that's crazy because they're all like psycho killers and stuff like that. But once I start reading one of his books, I cannot put it down. So I guess hopefully that answers that question. Those are my favorite books. All right. And Asma Yosef, another question from Asma. Would you say that Speedy is for a specific age group? I see lots of teenagers with that bag. For more mature women, would you suggest more dressy bags, or is Speedy for everyone regardless of what age bracket one belongs to? Absolutely. I think the Speedy looks great on anyone. And I think the reason why so many teenagers have it is probably because of its price point. It's a little bit easier. No, I wouldn't say easier. I hate to say it this way, but I've heard a lot of people refer to it as this way, but it's an entry-level bag. So you're able to get that bag maybe a little bit easier versus other bags. But that doesn't matter to me because the Speedy is my all-time favorite Louis Vuitton bag. And it's just a bonus that that it has the price tag that it has. Back in the day, it was a little bit easier to be able, not easier, I keep saying easier, but the price tag was obviously a lot less than it is now. Now I think they're like $970, $990, so they're they're just a hair from $1,000. So I think that's why we see so many people with teenagers with that bag. But for more mature women, whether they want to rock a Speedy or another bag that I think looks great on an older age bracket would be the Alma. And I have two Almas, obviously. I absolutely love them. I think they're very classic. They're very, very ladylike, and I really, really like them. So, no, I say rock the Speedy no matter what age you are. Jess Muñoz, 24. What designer jeans are you into? I'm actually looking at them right now because they're on my right side. I have... like I said, I tend to collect designer jeans. I have a lot of True Religions, Seven for All Mankind, Citizens of Humanity. I have some Diesels. I also really like Joe jeans. So I don't think they're high-end jeans. I think they're probably the middle point jeans, I would have to say. And then what else? I said Joe jeans. I'm just looking at a sea of jeans right now. And I think that's about it. I have a lot of Joe jeans. I didn't know I had that many. Yes. So, those are just to name a few. All right. Oh, and I also have some Rockin' Republics. I like those as well. All right. All right, let's get back into it. Also from Jess Muñoz, 24. What are your thoughts on the new Neverfull with the pouch, especially the monogram and the different interior colors? All right, so this is a good question. I like the new Neverfull. There are some aspects of it that I don't like. I don't like the fact that the interior doesn't have that cursive that the old Neverfull has, and it doesn't have the little the flowers that the old one has. Also, I think if I'm not mistaken, they're like $1,300 or $1,200 for just a pouch inside. Yes, you can change the interior color. I think there's 3 colors that you can pick from. I don't like the mustard color, and the burgundy is absolutely gorgeous. But I don't think that the price tag justifies what you get with it. And the little pouch that it has inside, I know you can use it, for makeup or for little things here and there. But to me, it's not, like I said, I cannot justify spending that much for that bag because of the little pouch that it comes with. I don't think that warrants, I think it's a $400 difference or a $500 difference. So to me, I'm not a huge fan of it, even though, like I said, I can appreciate the interior colors that you can choose from. But yeah, there's just aspects of it I'm not a big fan of. But then again, I don't know if I feel that way because I have three Neverfulls that are all of the old kind of style. So I don't know if that also has to weigh in why I feel the way that I do about the new Neverfull. All right. Gail Bauer Socks. Love to know if your collection is more pre-loved or new purchases. I'm looking at them right now. I'd have to say currently my collection is all brand new. I'm trying to assess everything on it. I probably look crazy right now. But yes, they're all relatively new as far as the ones that I'm looking at. Yes, I'd have to say maybe SLGs is kind of a toss-up between the two. I believe so. Yes. So half and half for SLGs and handbags, relatively all new. All right. Lindsay Braxton, another question from Lindsay. How old were you when you first started collecting designer handbags? I think I was 17, no, 18 maybe, 18 or 19. I don't know. I feel like it's been so long ago, but probably 18, maybe 17, somewhere around like the very end of my teens. All right. Mary Fernandez, what's your favorite place that you've traveled to, and what's one place you haven't been to that's on the top of your list? Yeah, I think I said in the last video that a place that I'd really like to go to is Egypt. But the one place that I haven't been to that's on the top of your list, I mean, it's like right up there, is New York. I would love to be able to go to New York, especially because I would go shopping like crazy. So I wish I like won the lottery so I can buy whatever I wanted. But that's as far as like where I'd like to go. And my favorite place that I've actually traveled to, believe it or not, it's kind of a toss-up between Paris, because Paris, it was an incredible time. It was almost magical when my husband and I were able to go, and the fact that it was my birthday and it was cold and it was raining, it just, all the elements for that trip were perfect. But it's kind of a toss-up in between, I said, Paris and New Orleans. I absolutely fell in love with New Orleans. The culture, the music, the food, absolutely everything. I really, really liked it. I know that's kind of one extreme to another, but I like both of them for both reasons, for the reasons that I gave you. I mean, so it's a toss-up between the two. Quite honest. If I'm going to be, frankly honest with you guys. But I think I'd probably more so go towards Paris, because like I said, it just seemed like it was extremely magical and nothing went wrong on that trip. So I'd have to say Paris. Yes. Even though like New Orleans is right there, like a tad away from being on the very top. That's funny because I just had a conversation with my family about this. All right. And Hungarian LV girl, did you have another bad experience at Louis Vuitton since your wallet repair? No, I haven't had another bad experience since that dreadful repair. But I will come on here later and I will tell you guys what's going on with what I'm currently working on with my essay. A lot of you guys know that my essay, Pedro, has actually left the company, and he put me in the hands of a very nice assistant manager at LV. But there's something that has happened that has actually left a bitter taste in my mouth as far as what I was told. And I don't know. To be honest, I was very disappointed, and I'm in the works of possibly getting it like kinked out, getting the kinks out. So we'll see what happens. If what I think is going to happen doesn't happen, I will come on here and I will tell you guys. I know it's extremely vague of me to tell you guys just little bits and pieces. I'm actually not telling you anything about it, but I don't want to jump the gun and stress out about it without me having to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to make sure whatever happens is going to happen, and then I can come on here and I can tell you guys. But was I disappointed? Yes. All right. And in your opinion, what luxury brand is giving the best customer service? I would have to say that Chanel, for me personally, I've had the best experience with customer service. And you know what? No. Lately, yes, I've had the best experience with Chanel, but I'd have to say the one store that I've never had a problem with, that they've actually been extremely, extremely professional and very, very kind, would actually be Tiffany. Every time I go in there, they're so helpful, they're so friendly, and they actually teach you, a little bit about the product if you don't know anything about it. So you can go in there not knowing a thing and come out there seeming like a connoisseur, because they really take your time with you. And I've been to a few different Tiffany's, and every single time I get the same great customer service. So I'd have to say Tiffany, hands down. And lovely friends. We have the same birthday month. What are your plans? Will you be going on vacation? No, I will not be going on vacation this birthday, because I'm surprised my husband actually surprised me last year, because it's such a busy time where I work. But as far as plans go, surprisingly, I never plan anything for my birthday. It's actually my husband who plans everything. So he's so sweet and he's so kind that he puts everything together, whether it's dinner or, I don't ask for anything, just being able to spend time with him and my family or my friends is enough for me. And usually he'll want to take me out to an expensive restaurant or something like that. But actually, I prefer him cook here and make me just like a dinner, and we could just listen to jazz all night, and we can dance. And I don't know, it's just I'm kind of excited because I don't know what he has planned. I don't know until the day of. And actually, I actually tell him right before, he'll kind of tell me, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? And I'm like, it's up to you. I put it in your hands. And I always ask him, though, if we're going to go out, if we're going to go somewhere, if we're going to stay somewhere, just let me know what kind of clothes to bring, because I don't want to be the person that goes to a restaurant or goes here or goes there and I'm underdressed or I'm overdressed. So I tend to freak out about that. So hopefully I'm not the only one that thinks that way. I just don't want to wear jeans and like a t-shirt if I have to wear, a dress and maybe be a little bit more formal. I just don't want to be caught with something like that. Does that make any sense? All right. And Camilla's ND White. And this will be the very last question. Can you tell us your first experience at LV or Chanel store? I'm so intimidated to go inside the stores. I think I'll order my first bag online. Any stories or tips? I'll give you a little brief kind of tip. And let me know if you guys would like me to go into detail on a video on it. I know a lot of people have actually asked me, what to expect when you're going into a high-end store and stuff like that. So if you guys want to, I will make a full video on it and just give you a lot of detail on what I have done and what I have experienced. But I'll be honest with you guys. When I was younger, I used to stress out. I used to get so nervous going into these stores because I always felt that, and I'll actually use one of my subbies sent me an email and actually put this in the comment or in the email and said that she doesn't feel worthy going into these stores. And I felt the same way. I was very intimidated. I felt like I would say the wrong thing. I would ask the wrong thing, and I felt like they'd start laughing at me. This was back in the day. And, I actually went into, it wasn't LV, maybe it was Gucci. I think it was Gucci. I went in there and I expected, like I said, the worst. I expected them to make fun of me and to just not be friendly at all. And thankfully, I got a very, very nice essay at Gucci, and she was extremely helpful, and she was able to kind of teach me a little bit about the bags and what I needed or what I was looking for. And so I had a great experience as my first high-end luxury place. But as far as LV, the very first one that I went into, I think I had a really bad experience because I went in there and they ignored me. And I sat at the counter, and I don't know if I looked like a deer in headlights or what, but they'd walk right by me. They'd see me just standing there, and they never asked, can I help you? Have you been helped or anything like that? And I was disappointed, and I walked out, and I didn't give it much thought. And I think that's why I started getting into like Prada and Gucci and all those other bags before I really, really vested my money into Louis Vuitton. And then I started reading up on it or going online and kind of trying to figure out what I wanted. But at the same token, I don't think you guys should. It depends. If you live near a Louis Vuitton, if you live close enough where you can drive, mine's 45 minutes away from my house. So it's quite a drive for me to get down there, 45 minutes to an hour. But it's a different experience when you actually go into the store versus buying it online. You have to think that I don't want anyone out there to think that, oh, I'm not worthy enough to be able to go into Louis Vuitton. Yes, you are, because your money is just as good as Joe Schmo that makes, $500,000 a year. It doesn't matter because and if you get an essay that's rude and won't give you the time of day, if that was me, again, if I was to go back in time, I would say, excuse me, I need help or something like that. I wouldn't let someone walk all over me. It's not like they own the store, you know what I mean? And I think, yes, it's very intimidating. And like I said, I felt like I was going to say the wrong thing or stuff like that. So at the end of the day, your money is just as good as anyone else. I say go in there, and if you get a bad essay, you can either call them out and say, you know, this is my first time coming here. I don't really know any of the products. Can you help me? Or maybe you'll luck out like I did at Gucci and have a fabulous essay. And to me, a sales associate who really cares about their brand and really cares about the company that they work for will actually take the time to help you with what you need, with what you really need. If you get an essay that's like, oh, you should buy this bag because it's $5,000 and this is what you need in your life. No. To me, an essay is someone that listens to you and that really seeks out to make you happy and what you need in your lifestyle. You know what I mean? So don't get intimidated. Like I said, just go in there and go in there with an open mind. Don't go in there expecting that they're going to do this, they're going to do that. Don't be like me. Just go in there and just say, hi, can you help me? You know, it's my first time coming in here and I'd like a little help with these bags, or I'd like a little help with these wallets. And hopefully you'll have a good experience, but don't ever feel like you're not worthy of it. It's just a store, and they're just people just like me and you. So don't give it any more importance than it should. What should be important is how you feel when you actually get the bag and the experience that you get and the service that you get. And you should never ask for anything less, especially because you're spending that kind of money. I'm not saying this should wait on you hand on foot, like you should demand this and demand that, but just treat someone with respect and respect will be given. And if not, then you can always say something and get someone else. So hopefully that was able to give you some tips on that. And like I said, if you guys want me to do a full video on it, I will. And I'll actually jot down ideas and go into depth about it. But this video is at 31 minutes. I promised you guys that the next one was going to be at least a half an hour, so I have succeeded in making it 31 minutes. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys. And don't forget, I still have my giveaway going on, and I will make sure and link that down below. And you guys can always follow me on Instagram at minksforall, or you can email me at minksforall@yahoo.com. And that is all I have for you guys, and I will see you guys later this week. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not. The choice is yours. Have a great day, you guys.